What is going on, you guys? Long time no see. I know it's been a while since I've released a beer review video or pretty much anything on this channel. Maybe around a month or so. But that was mainly because I was getting over a cold, and then I did some traveling around northern Indiana. When I find the time and figure out how to compile everything, I will upload that video as well as post it on my Klaudless and Indy Facebook page. Anyways, welcome back to Klaudless and Indy, where I basically cover everything Indiana, but mainly beer reviews. And fortunately for you, this video is a beer review. So with that being said, let's run the intro. Okay guys, so I'm super excited because this video has another sponsor. Yes, another sponsor. So the sponsor of this video, which you can probably already see the beer I'm about to cover right here. No, that's not the beer. You didn't see anything. Anyways, the beer that we're covering today is by Metazoa Brewing Company right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'll put that, I'll post a picture of the Google Maps. I'll post a picture of its location on Google Maps. And just want to say before we get started that this beer is sponsored by one of my followers and great friends, and fellow craft beer lover, Jared B, right here in Indianapolis. So let's just get on to the beer. So Metazoa's Nap and Hammock Cream Ale. All right, I'm just gonna read through the can, and then we're just gonna talk about the description, and then and yeah. So the style is a cream ale. The abstract is crisp, bright, and easy to drink with a bit of malty sweetness. Smooth and clean from start to finish. We'll see about that. And this is actually pretty interesting because on the can, I'm not sure if you can see that right there, the brewmaster, John J. Hall. I don't know if he is currently still the brewmaster there, but I mean, is it fair to say that at the time of this printing, or at least at the time of this canning, he was the brewmaster? I don't know. This has an ABV of 4.8%, and this is a 1 pint can, and they also have the IBU on the can as well, which is 17. Look at that. That's just a beautiful can. Just look at all this right there. Brewed and canned by Metazoa. So let's see what the back says. Tasting notes. The nap. The mark of an unhurried, the mark of the unhurried, those who revel in the most basic pleasures of life. A crisp, bright, fizzy brew, clean, with a bit of malt character, is all the restful creature need desire. The subtle sweetness of flaked corn adds interest, while the low bitterness makes this an easy drinking cream ale for an easy day. Smooth from start to finish. Sip leisurely from a tall glass and enjoy with gusto. Or simply enjoy. The world is your hammock. That was I don't know. I like that. That's quite the tasting notes there. And one thing as well that I haven't seen on the can yet, ever, let alone on these reviews, is like the actual tasting notes. Like, so here you have like the bitterness, the malt, and the color. And so we're assuming that this is going, at least from me, left to right, with obviously the left being, at least this side being like, you know, the lesser. So not very bitter, somewhat malty, maybe somewhat malty, and most likely pale in color. We're just gonna go with that. And being that this is Metazoa, which in my experience of going to that brewery, if you've been to that brewery, then you know that they're big on the animals, right? You go there, everyone's got their dog, okay? They have pictures of animals sometimes. They even have artwork. I don't know if they still have them, but they had artwork done by, I believe, chimpanzees. It's pretty interesting if you're into that kind of stuff. And I think they also have a mug club, maybe. All I know is that they have a huge, massive wall full of different mugs and steins and masses that I guess the customers can bring in themselves and then just keep them there. But with that being said, I feel like I need to read this if you don't really know that much about Metazoa. So at Metazoa Brewing Company, balance is our guiding philosophy. A craft brewery in the heart of downtown Indianapolis. We create a wide range of true-to-style traditional ales and quirky experimental styles. Always easy drinking, but big on flavor. Since day one, we've donated 5% of our profits to animal and wildlife organizations to give back to the planet that gives us beer. Drink beer, help animals. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And they actually have it right there. 5%, if you can read that, 5% for animals. I absolutely love it. And in my experience, I've had quite a few of Metazoa's beers, and I've loved each one. So I'm really excited to try this one. Apparently at Total Wine, I'll also post a picture of that somewhere here. Apparently at Total Wine, you can get, I believe, a 4-pack for $9.49 before tax, of course. And one thing too that I found, they have right here at the bottom of the page, which I'll post that too. Frequently bought together, like how you see on Amazon. So frequently bought together is the Metazoa Nap and Hammock, and what do you know, the Sun King Sunlight Cream Ale. Which is actually funny because Jared had told me he actually had compared the Nap and the Hammock to the Sun King Cream Ale, and he said that this one was definitely better. It's been a while since I've had the Cream Ale, so I would need to try it again. And after I do my the Sun King Cream Ale review, then I'll do a side-by-side to compare them, and I actually plan on doing side-by-sides of different breweries, you know, say, okay, who's got the best cream, you know what I'm saying, who's got the best pumpkin ale, who's got the best pale lager, you know. I'm really excited, but obviously I have to produce more videos, and I've been working a lot, you know, lately, and so and I've got some good news on the way, you guys. I've got some good news, some great news on the way. So stay tuned for that. But with that out of the way, let's get onto the pour. But one more thing, I do have to say that while looking on Metazoa's website, because in my previous videos I usually go to the website and try to find the beer, and you'll you know, so I can find more information on it. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of information on this beer. The only thing I could find on their website was that in 2008, Nap and Hammock won a gold medal for the cream ale category. I don't know, I guess this is the World Beer Awards. So they won gold in the World Beer Awards in the cream ale category. So that's something that clearly says a lot. I personally don't really know much about the different award shows such as the World Beer Cup and the Indiana Brewers Cup and the U.S. Open Beer Championship. I'm just thinking of people playing tennis and there's beer somehow fit into there. but okay, I gotta stop. All right, let's get on to the pour. Let's open this bad boy up. You're probably wondering what's the comfort temperature of this beer, so let me pull out my trusty voltage tester and let's get this can. We're currently working at 59 degrees, which isn't bad to me. So, and we'll be using our 14-ounce St. Joseph goblet, my favorite goblet that I have. As I said, when more breweries start coming out with 14 ounces, I'll buy them. Otherwise, if you guys want to, if you guys want to see me with a custom 14-ounce goblet, this is Klaudless and Indy, then yeah, like, subscribe, and or you can support me in other ways, such as my Patreon, or I'll put pretty much everything. I'll put all the links in the bottom, okay, in the description. Okay, be sure to check those out. So let's get to the pour. Oh. Look at that, very nice golden color. Oops. Whoop. Oh wow, that head was about to that head was about to pour over. I keep forgetting that this is 14 ounces, right? And this is clearly a pint, so I can't pour the whole thing. And I was trying to. It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I literally have all this beer stacking up in my beer fridge because I've been saving them for the videos. So I haven't been drinking any of the craft beer. I've been drinking mainly Bud Light, so that I can, obviously have beer for these videos. But yes, as you can see, look at that color. That color is absolutely beautiful, very gold. And the head is also very creamy. Oh. It's a very, I want to say a very sweet aroma. Let's get on to the taste. Oh wow, that's very smooth. Not a lot of carbonation. It's a very crisp on the top of the on the roof of the mouth. It's very smooth over the tongue, and you can feel the carbonation on the roof of your mouth. And you can definitely taste those malts. Yeah, oh my god. Wow, that is absolutely delicious. I want to say, like, this might sound pretty weird, so this might sound very weird, but obviously I'm not anyone big or anything like that, but this really reminds me of, and don't judge me, it almost reminds me of if Bud Light actually had like a little bit more flavor. I mean, because obviously it's made with rice, but imagine if they actually use malt to make it, and so you kind of have that, but just up the flavor a little bit more, and I feel like this is what you have. And the body is, yes, no, I stand by that. I 100% stand by that. So I would say, imagine if it was Bud Light, but Bud Light had a much had a fuller body. So obviously this is light to medium bodied, and that's what it tastes like to me. I mean, obviously I love Bud Light. That is currently my house beer. You'll never come to my house and I won't have that, right? I may be completely out of craft beer, but I'll always at least have my house beer in stock for myself, obviously, and for guests. Craft beer ain't cheap, so support the channel so I can keep buying craft beer. But yeah, this is really good. Not to mention, it just smells good as well. And it, like I said, maybe because of the malts, there's actually some sweetness to it as well, and just the body. So the combination of that sweetness and that light to medium body it almost kind of reminds me of like some Oktoberfest beers where like I guess they use those caramelized malts, so you either have that sweet aroma or just that sweet malt taste in the beer. And so here it's not like super strong, it's just very subtle. So you're tasting that sweetness of the malts, but it's not like Oktoberfest sweet. It's a little less than that, which is why, excuse me, I kind of want to say it kind of reminds me of Bud Light a little bit, if it was actually fuller, and you just brought up the flavors a tad bit. And as I said, I absolutely love Bud Light, and I love Metazoa's beer. And I'm not the type of person who's, yes, I can be a beer, well, I wouldn't say I'm a beer snob. I mean, sure, I know quite a bit about beer, but I'm not going to say, oh, you know, Bud Light is trash because it's domestic, it's light beer, you know. That's so cliche. You know, my hipster days are over, okay? Or are they? No, man. I mean, either I like the beer or I don't. You know, I don't really care about necessarily the image, right? I like that beer, and you know what? I really like Metazoa's Nap and Hammock, and I think you will too. So, with that being said, if I still had my chart, which was my as far as my drinkability chart, I would give this a 10 out of 10, hands down. I would 100% not only drink a pint of this, because I'm about to, because it's a full pint, but I would 100% actually have a liter of that. And yeah, and I would 100% definitely buy the 4-pack. So I'm Klaudless and Indy, reviewing Metazoa's Nap in a Hammock. They're currently $9.49 at Total Wine. That's not a bad deal. Like I said, it kind of reminds me almost as a very light Oktoberfest beer, but a much more flavorful Bud Light. It's in between. It's a light to medium beer. As the description says, it's crisp, but to me, it's only crisp on the top of the roof of my mouth, and it's very smooth over my tongue. And as I said, it's easy to drink with a bit of malty sweetness, and it's very true. There is a bit of malty sweetness, but I think that, how do you say, it's just right. It's not underwhelming and it's not overwhelming. It is literally just right. And it's true. It's clean from start to finish. Let me take one more swig just to confirm that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just switched it around my mouth just to see if I can get any other flavors or if the flavor would change. And no, I'm still loving it from start to finish. And if you really like those malty flavors in your beers, if you really love to taste the malts, you're definitely going to love this beer. But that is enough for this video. I'm feeling a lot better, and I hope to be back on the roll with producing or releasing a video every Monday. I know I got kind of snagged with the past few Mondays, but I hope to be back on the ball. And anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. But before we go, salute, slancha, prost, cheers, peace out.